Philadelphia's music and activist community is reeling from the tragic death of rapper and anti-violence advocate LGP Qua, born Qidere Johnson, who was shot and killed on Mother's Day, May 11, 2025, during an attempted robbery in the Juniata Park section of the city. He was just 30 years old. Authorities reported Qua was confronted by masked assailants attempting to steal his gold chains. He was shot in the chest. Qua later died at Temple University Hospital. His death has shocked the city, marking the loss of a rising artist. He was a voice against the violence that claimed his life. A voice for the voiceless. LGP Qua wasn't just another rapper chasing fame. He built his brand on socially conscious lyrics, regularly addressing issues like gun violence, police brutality, and systemic oppression. In a city battling escalating homicide rates, Qua stood out as a voice demanding accountability, urging youth to choose purpose over pain. His breakthrough came in 2017 when he posted a freestyle on Instagram addressing the realities of life in inner-city Philadelphia. The clip went viral, garnering over 1 million views, and cemented Qua's place as an artist who chose to speak truth to power. Impact beyond music. By 2022, another of his videos, this time focusing on Philadelphia's soaring murder rate, had received 1.6 million views, drawing praise from activists, educators, and fellow musicians. In an era where many young rappers often glorify street life, Qua stood apart. He wasn't preaching violence, he was pleading for change. "Stop the killing," he once said in a freestyle. "Our future dying before they get a chance to live." It's the cruelest irony that a man who built his platform on peace would be gunned down while trying to live what he preached. His death highlights the brutal reality of America's urban streets, where even advocates for peace aren't safe from senseless violence. The robbery that took a legacy. Police reports say the shooting happened in broad daylight, during a brazen attempt to rob Qua of his jewelry. Eyewitnesses reported that he tried to defend himself before being shot in the chest. The assailants fled, and no arrests have been made as of this writing. The Philadelphia Police Department is currently investigating the case and has offered a $20,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of those responsible. Authorities are urging anyone with leads to call 215-686-TIPS, 8477. Meanwhile, tributes have been pouring in from fellow artists and fans who were touched by Qua's message and music. The streets of Juniata Park, now stained by tragedy, have become a makeshift memorial, where candles, photos, and messages of love stand in stark contrast to the violence that ended his life. Celebrity tributes and public grief. Rapper Meek Mill, a fellow Philadelphian, was one of the first to speak out following the news. In an emotional Instagram post, Meek lamented the constant loss of ambitious young bulls and called for urgent solutions to curb inner-city gun violence. "He was trying to do right. He was changing the narrative," Meek wrote. Other tributes came from artists like Swizz Beatz, DJ Kid Capri, and thousands of fans across social media. Many echoed the same sentiment, that Qua's death wasn't just a personal tragedy but a public failure to protect those trying to change their communities. The legacy he leaves behind. Though LGP Qua is gone, his voice lives on through his music and activism. His lyrics have been replayed in classrooms, community centers, and even at rallies. For many young people, especially in Philadelphia, Qua represented the possibility of transformation, the idea that you could come from struggle and still speak about peace. He was a product of his environment, but he wasn't a prisoner of it. That's what made him special. In a city where so many young lives are cut short, Qua dared to challenge the status quo. He told the truth, and for that, his fans loved him. And now, in the cruelest twist, his death has become part of the narrative he spent his life trying to change. Conclusion: when change gets silenced, the murder of LGP Qua is more than just the loss of a rapper. It's the loss of a movement, a cry for peace that was met with bullets. His passing reminds us that no one is immune to the chaos, not even those trying to stop it. But perhaps, just perhaps, his death will reignite the conversations he so desperately tried to have while alive. Conversations about community, violence, and the urgent need for reform. Rest in power, LGP Qua. Your voice was heard. And it won't be forgotten.